As the Socialist Equality Party's candidate for President of the United States, I condemn and oppose the Bush administration's plan to bail out Wall Street with hundreds of billions of dollars in taxpayer funds. The plan, which has been embraced by Democratic presidential candidate Barack Obama and the Democratic congressional leadership, amounts to the greatest theft of public assets in U.S. history. Rather than holding them accountable, the plan will further enrich the bankers and financial speculators who are responsible for creating the worst financial crisis since the collapse of 1929. At the same time, there will not be a penny for the millions of working-class families facing the loss of their homes and jobs due to this financial meltdown. This measure was prepared and is being rushed through Congress without any serious political debate or any public discussion. This underscores the fact that behind the trappings of democracy, the American political system is in fact a dictatorship of the most powerful sections of the financial and corporate elite. The bailout plan was co-written by Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson, himself a multimillionaire and the former CEO of Goldman Sachs. It gives the Secretary, an unelected official, unlimited and unilateral authority to use public funds to purchase whatever mortgage-related securities at whatever price, at whatever amount, and from whatever financial institution he chooses. Under the plan, Paulson will designate financial institutions to operate the bailout system. In other words, the very same corporations which are responsible for this crisis and which will directly benefit from the bailout will actually run the program. There is no congressional oversight, and the plan includes the extraordinary provision that the Treasury Secretary's decisions, quote, may not be reviewed by any court of law or any administrative body, end quote. Whether a Democrat or Republican takes over the White House, a catastrophic assault on the jobs and living standards of working people is being prepared. Obama and McCain both agree that working people must pay for this bailout, whose initial cost is estimated at $700 billion, or roughly $10,000 for every U.S. family. The sharp increase in the budget deficit and the national debt will be used to justify the gutting of basic social programs, education, housing, health care, and the wages, jobs, and pensions of working people. In a speech in Wisconsin on Monday, Obama made this absolutely clear, saying that the cost of the bailout means that Democrats had to be just as fiscally tough as the most conservative Republicans. Pledging to slash billions of dollars from the budget, he said, quote, I am not a Democrat who believes that we can or should defend every government program just because it's there. So what does he plan to cut? Under conditions of enormous economic distress, of millions of families facing the loss of their homes, health care, and other benefits, he not only plans to shelve his meager proposals for health care benefits, but to go on and cut billions of dollars from basic entitlement programs like Medicaid, Social Security, and Medicare. By what right do these financial masters of the universe assume that working people must pay for the losses of their gambling sprees? If the resources of the American people must be mobilized to avert a financial catastrophe, the Socialist Equality Party insists that working people should assume control of these financial institutions and use them for the common good, not corporate profit and not for personal enrichment. We propose that the major banks and financial institutions be nationalized and turned into public utilities operated under the democratic control of the working population. The vast financial resources that they control must be used to provide decent education, housing, health care, and good-paying jobs for all. This nationalization should be carried out without compensation to the former owners, while securing the deposits and savings of working people and small business owners. The billions of dollars in social wealth that have been diverted into the private accounts of the speculators and bankers must be recovered and be used for the expansion of social programs that benefit the masses. Those responsible for this economic crisis must be held accountable, including by means of criminal prosecution. And the books of the major banks, financial firms, insurance companies, and hedge funds must be open to public examination to lay bare illegal and socially destructive activity. These are the measures that are needed to resolve the crisis in the interests of working people, to guarantee a halt to all foreclosures and the repossession of homes, the creation of millions of public works jobs, a ban on wage cutting and layoffs, and an enormous expansion in public services. The massive bailout demonstrates the fraud of the claim that there is no money to meet the needs of the working people. I urge all workers and young people and youth who support our program to support the Socialist Equality Party's election campaign, to donate generously to our election fund, and to make the decision today to join and build the Socialist Equality Party. Thank you very much.